Welcome everyone to the Let's Talk ICP podcast. Today is our episode number 54. 54, sorry, 54. And yeah, I'm super excited because today we have one guy that is behind of the creation of the Internet Computer website, Definity website, and a lot of different things related with Internet Computer. Today is a special conversation because normally we talk about the Internet Computer technology, or we talk with founders of different projects, but today the approach is a little bit different, and I'm super excited because one of the things that, in my opinion, the Internet Computer community are more proud. It's more proud is about the website that we have and the fancy things, the logos and the beautiful creations that the Definity team, the Definity members are building, right? And today we have the creative director of the Definity Foundation, is Maurice Messenger. Thank you so much, Maurice, for being with us today.
Hey, hi Javier. Thanks for having me. It's of course not just me who creating all these things. It's a large team from internals but also contractors what we're working with. But it's I'm excited to be on your podcast.
Thank you so much. Yes, please introduce yourself. Tell us more about you, please, Maurice.
Yeah, where do I start? It's my background is more in a less Web3 space. So I'm coming more from communication agencies. I learned or I studied media design in almost 15 years ago, where I just learned different kind of aspects of like corporate design, where it's like interactive film, motion graphics. And I spend a lot of time also moving more and more into like UX UI, because this was my main focus. Like since I was in school, I built my own portfolios where I just did things in Photoshop, and then I wanted to show it online. So I also built my own portfolios. And then I moved to Switzerland almost 12 years ago, right after my studies, and there I just fully worked on digital design aspects, like in motion graphics, making films, and mostly making concepts for websites and mobile apps. And in 2022, I was asked from a Definity member to come on board as a contractor, because at that time the internetcomputer.org website was not there. Everything was happening on the Definity.org website, where there was also information about the foundation, but also about the Internet Computer mostly. And at that time, there was just like the landing page, a project for the landing page for a developer who want to build on the Internet Computer, to give some dev resources. And yeah, it went pretty quick, and also I got the offer also to come as a full-time. And for me, it was just the question of like, do I want to move back into an organization full-time, because I felt pretty comfortable with being a contractor. Also to have just different clients and different projects where I can work on, because this is very, there I can be really creative. But Definity offered me really this opportunity also to work on a wide variety of different projects. So I said yes, and also joined. And since then the team grew, and I think now it's I kind of feel like this was ages ago, just where I started. Just from all the things when you look at what we have built so far,
Mhm.
it feels like ages, but it's very exciting, and still I'm very very excited now to be in this Web3 space with the internet computer, with the foundation, with the ecosystem, also to having some conversations. So this is
Mhm.
it's still pretty amazing, and I learn so much every day. So this is very exciting.
Nice. Where are you from exactly? Because you mentioned you traveled to Switzerland. Now you are settled in Switzerland, but before, where
Yeah,
you live
I,
and where are you
I,
from?
I come from the south of Germany.
Oh, okay.
Uh, I'm a Schwab, if you say so. This is a Swabian from south of Germany, just the part where I come
Oh,
from
okay.
from
And you moved to
area of
Switzerland?
Stuttgart,
Sorry?
from the area of Stuttgart.
Oh, area of Stuttgart. Okay,
Yeah, yeah.
great.
So it's
Yeah.
pretty close to Zurich, just about a 3-hour train ride to
Uh-huh.
Zurich.
Nice. And you moved to Switzerland before to join Definity for because before you were working as well as a freelance or doing your own things as an entrepreneur, doing like creative things. You mentioned about the film industry as well.
Yeah,
Uh, Digital
I,
designs for websites. Then you start like with the UX UI. But yeah, that's a good journey, right? You were working in the film industry and then move to the Web3 space.
mhm,
That's amazing, and that's cool. I have like similar path, but in a different way because I start in finance, in traditional
mhm.
banking, right, and then move to the totally the opposite one. It's like decentralized. We hate banks, not hate banks, but
Yeah,
like more in another approach. And that's great. And how it was for
yeah,
you the move and the change from this like film industry and be like a freelance or nomad, creators
yeah,
normally
yeah.
do this type of life to work like full time for the foundation. I think the change is better, of course, but yeah, tell us more about these things, please.
Yeah, I mean, the, just from a workflow perspective, there was so many different things happening when I start working for Definity Foundation. Normally, it's just when I was for almost 9 years. I was just in different agencies.
Hmm.
Uh, when I moved to Switzerland, but just right before Definity, I was freelancer for like 2 years because I get also kicked out by the last agency I was in, but just because they moved from a communication agency to a developer focused only agency. So the
Oh,
whole so the whole design department
yeah.
was like fired, and then it's like, but
Hmm.
this offered me some new opportunities, and at that point I was just thinking, oh, should I go into another agency or to another company? But I just started as a freelancer, and I felt pretty comfortable in this space because I already had some connections over the years,
Hmm.
so I could work in a wide variety of
Yeah.
projects. But working in the Web3 space is nothing what I have experienced so far, because it's normally you work on concepts
Hmm.
for like a couple of months when you have like a campaign or you have a website concept, um, a website project you work on. And then maybe after 3 months, 4 months, you ship the website or the mobile app, and um, and then you put it live, and the people see it for the first time. Uh, but here it felt like everything is happening so much faster, and also there is much more iterations because you you can also, it kind of has also, I mean, we also have the main part is the R&D department here, but it also feels a little bit like in the design team, kind of that we're also like trial and error. We're trying a lot of things, putting them out and see the instant reactions in the community. So also being very active on Twitter or X was also very new for me, just to also be deeper connected with what is going on in the ecosystem and in the community. So this was also something very new for me to experience the instant feedbacks of people, just to get the feedback in and to iterate and to work on new things. This is something what still excites me until today. This to have this opportunity.
Yeah, in some way you are creating something new, right? Maybe in other companies, in Web2 companies, everything is established and you just follow the rules, or you just follow the instructions and okay, create this, this campaign, do that, do this. Here is like more, okay, you have the power, to surprise you and your team, of course, and trial and error is the best way, right? And improve every single day the website. It's something that we are seeing, right? Like I think like in the Web3 industry, the internet computer website is the best website. It's amazing, right? Like everyone says, like at least here in North America, in our hub as well, in the ICP Hub North America, even the people that they don't know anything about internet computer, when I say, okay, go to the internetcomputer.org, and they start to like like see like the website and realize the power of ICP, not only the technology, also the way that appears everything, so fancy website. And yeah, there are a lot of work behind and a lot of hours and effort, from you and your team working on this. And yeah, that's amazing. And then the other side, the other part that you mentioned, always when door is closed, like there are multiple other doors that is opening, right? And other opportunities coming. Yeah, and I also feel the same when I was working in the finance industry. I'm from Spain. I was working in Santander and BBVA, big banks in Europe, and I have a good job there as a risk manager. And when I talk with my wife and move to Canada, it's like, wow, I have my job there, good salary, I live well, everything is okay. Why I'm going to, to change my life, start from the scratch, but yeah, we have to take the risk. And sometimes in lives, it's good, to start new initiatives or new, type of life, right? And in my case, yeah, I'm totally super proud about it. My life changed as well a lot from the traditional banking to the Web3 space to the blockchain. And yeah, this is an amazing example, Maurice.
I think it's also for everybody who does work especially in this kind of space, or when you have ambitions for yourself, that you just don't want to work just in a 9-to-5 job, where you just also have ambitions to move something, that you're be part of something, that is, you just have to ask yourself, is this everything what you want to do? Because it's for me, it's mostly just to, I can't imagine being somewhere just sitting in an office and just typing stuff into my computer, or being in front of a machine and just doing the same thing every day. It's for me, it's like very exciting to have just different kind of days, and also that you almost don't know how the day ends, and you haven't planned anything that it goes in this direction. So this is just very excited for from a creative perspective. You
Yeah.
can just be creative and make so many different things.
Mhm.
This just excites me every day.
Yeah, nice. Sure. Perfect. Yeah, I would like to know, you mentioned, yeah, you joined Affinity. You were aware about Internet Computer before, or when someone from the Definity Foundation called you, it's like, what is Definity? What is Internet Computer? Normally it happens, right? But yeah, I'm curious, like when you like start to like, okay, they call me, let's see if I offer I accept the offer or not. It's like, oh wow, this is cool, man. I like it. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, at the beginning, to be honest, it was very like I didn't had any experience so far in blockchain. Of course, I heard about Bitcoin, Ethereum,
Yeah.
and a few other chains, but the Internet Computer blockchain, I I didn't heard at that time. I didn't hear anything about it.
Hmm.
Uh, but it's also there there's so many aspects which I didn't take into account at that time when I started as well, also as a contractor. There are so many information and so many, for instance, also at the beginning, I didn't know how large the ecosystem already was.
Hmm.
And to learn this over the time, and now this is why I said earlier that it feels like ages, because every day you learn so many things uh, new to the Internet Computer and what is possible. um, this is just crazy.
Hmm. Yeah, but like at some point, like because this is a new industry, right? Maybe they start like 5 years ago, or 7 or 10 or whatever. But it's like new industry compared with other industries, right? And in some
Mhm.
point, everyone in some point of their lives start as well, know about Web3, right? At least you are like maybe Jan or someone like study like cryptography, from the early stages, or related with R&D departments like engineers. But the rest of the people, I think, is in some way they start in 2018 or 2020 or 2017, their path in Web3. And I think everyone feel the same, right? In the
Mhm.
beginning, when they start or we start our careers in Web3. And
Yeah.
in general, how is a day for you there in Zurich in the foundation? Of course, Definity have a lot of reputation. And yeah, I'm curious, like, what is like one regular day for Maurice from the beginning when you wake up until the end?
Yeah, I, this is uh, this is a very good question, because every day feels like very different.
Yeah,
You
you
can
mentioned. Mhm.
you can as I said, it's like I every time when I come to the office or work at home, I don't know how the end how the day ends, because because like a typical day, I would say, is like uh, I start at home, that I make my first coffee just to get in all the messages and check all the things first, just to have a calm morning. Because when I would start like directly in and would create stuff,
Yeah.
this would be I don't know. I think I wouldn't do it that long, because I had
Mhm.
to kind of start a little bit um, calmer, just to check on all the all the mails and stuff. But then it's like very important just to be in conversation with the team. Also, if there are things what should be discussed, if we should do a sync. Uh, Oftentimes, I just have a lot of meetings per week,
Mhm.
uh, and it's just all about a good communication also between the departments, that it's just to know what is also going on the technical side, on the research side, but also what we are planning ahead for on the marketing side. What is also what interests me a lot is like what is going on with the ICP hubs. So I'm pretty often like daily checking on the Slack channel from to the ICP hubs to see what is going on, and also on Twitter or on X. This is these are the things what is pretty nice every day to look at. But then I just have maybe a little bit time also to get things done. So I really have to time my own things, what I have to get done before the next meeting's happening. And then it's like the day could end with already knowing, okay, there are two or three things new to my list. What is for the next day or for the next weeks?
Yeah.
What could happen? So it's a lot of things are going on.
Yeah, and you mentioned the Slack and Twitter from the ICP hubs. Sometimes you feel overwhelmed because there are a lot of activity, a lot of different events and different things, and of course, also from the community and the R&D as well, right? Not sure if you have to update the website regularly or like maybe some things because Web3 changed a lot, and internet computer every day is something new, right? Now it's like, no, it's not 96 gigabytes, you have to update to 400 right, gigabytes, the storage in the canisters or whatever, right? But every single day is like new updates, new things, and I assume like you have to be super aware of all the changes, like all the technology improvements, to also update the website. And what is happening is like, sorry, go ahead.
We not even talk about all the news, what is going on just outside from like the Slack and just also the press releases, what is going on, or the news channels. Like this is also very excited to see there that ICP also gets a lot more traction. It was like a year ago, there was very less happening, and see this today that almost like every day there are a couple of articles coming out. This is also very, very excited, also just in the different regions globally.
Yeah, that's true. And this is so exciting to see. That's true. Yeah, you see like now, press releases in Africa, in Asia, conferences in LATAM, new thing in Asia, collaborations, partnerships, projects. Yeah, also price as well now is it's like at the same, in the same page. We don't like to talk about the ICP price, but sooner or later, of course, we will see all the hard work that all the internet computer ecosystem, and also for sure the Affinity Foundation is doing. And then like what is more or less your role as a creative director? You have a team. For sure, also like creativity here is a must, right? And I assume like your team have to also to be also prepared, and think a lot of ideas, approaches, and then trial and errors. How is in general your role as a creative director of Affinity? If you can talk more about that.
This also, I mean, for me, it's always important that I cannot just be a person who's just directing stuff. I also want to be hands-on. Also, when we're just like a small team of 5 people in the design team, just from internals, but we're also having a few contractors. But I think there is just important that we have a good communication. So I'm always for me it's always important to be there for the team, that I can be a supporter, also challenge stuff, but I so rely on every team member we have, because everyone in the team is so specialized in their field. The ones we have who have more technical skills. The other ones are more experienced in the UX and the UI, but and also in the branding. And this is, for me, it's very important also to learn something new also from the other ones. That I'm not just be the one who says directing things to the others, but I also to get ideas from others, just to also get inspired by the others. And this is, I think, very this is happening in our team, that we're having a good communication of like getting ideas and talk about things, but just having a good relationship to each other. But for us as a team, it's we're, I would say, involved in like every aspect of the foundation. So we just we're working on event stuff. We're working with the other departments in like finance, but also in HR, doing a lot of things for the external communication. Just when we also see there's some help needed for visuals, or also updates for the website. So there's, I would say, the website is a very big part in our team, but it's but you can imagine that there is a lot of different aspects happening. Yeah,
of course. Yeah, this is not just the only thing, of course. To create all the branding, internet computer brandings and Dfinity, of course, it's not only the website. There are a lot of things.
This itself is also a very huge part. Also to just how to create a branding which is like lives by itself. I think this is very important, just to have a recognition and a visibility outside, when you just see it on social media or at an event, that you stand out at a certain point. And this is where we're just at the beginning, but I think we already made a good step.
And the recognition is there, of course, right? Like everyone can see, like, it's like focus to the detail. Every single video, picture, design is like high quality, right? Colors, like everything, it's like, in general, when you think about Dfinity or internet computer, just the infinite logo with the colors and everything, like, wow. And then when you enter in the website, or you see like videos or whatever in the YouTube channel as well, or other things, like branding is amazing, right? And that's crazy that only like 5 members plus also contractors that is also helping. You are doing an amazing job. And that's fantastic.
Can I say one thing, Javier?
Sure.
This is where we are getting more and more inspired by every ICP hub, what is out there currently. Because also when we see how they started and what they're creating, also from a branding side, and what they're doing with their own events, this is something where we also get very inspired to also take this and put this into our daily work. This is something what is very important, that it's not just one way, but that there's a good communication
Yeah.
in between.
No, glad and proud to hear you. That also like the ICP hubs inspire, to create like better things and improve and see other approach or other ways. And yeah, that's good. And also you mentioned something that is interesting. The front line and the hands-on approach, right? In terms of you and your team, right? People like maybe think, okay, it's the director, right? The director is just like a command and do this, do that, blah, blah, blah. But no, you are on the front line, you are with your team, working so hard, doing as well, your work and also like see and learn from your fellas, from your teammates and explore new things. And I think this is super important in general, right? But even more in the Web3 space. The typical role, that like hierarchical, or like you are like the boss, and then you have your team, and then the team have another boss or whatever. Now I think it's totally different and similar to Elon Musk, right? Elon Musk is the same. I saw like he has his own desk in front of the factory, right? And people will enter and then change the shift with other members. People see like, okay, man, he's here in Tesla, right? In
Did
the
he
front
really
line. Yeah.
did he really build a desk in front of the
Yeah, exactly, right. And this is the best example, right? Like the one of the most inspiring people in the world, and I think this is the best approach, and I'm happy to you follow the same, and you are also pretty engaged and pretty committed with your team.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, in terms of creativity, do you think is for a creator is more inspiration, skills, more talent, more like work ethic? Because not everyone can be, like a creative or related with brandings or these things, right? For example, I'm really bad
Yeah.
for this, and like drawing or have like new ideas or inspirations. How like you can train, and maybe this is a question for people that are in the field, right? Like more in the creative things and this type of thing, not for the technology side, but in your opinion, what is the best approach, or you think it's more like talent, people inspiring ideas, similar to like an artist? What is your thoughts on that?
This is a very good question. For me also, when I interview people or I just learn new contractors, when we onboard to a project, it's more or less like a gut feeling. It's more to see what does this person bring to the table, because everything what is happening at Dfinity, but also how does this person want to work at the foundation, but also for the vision of the internet computer. This is, I think, what is the most important part is that we have like proactive people in the team, because this is where we also have ideas from individual people and where we can just drive things forward. So I think this is a very important part, and also the people I want to work with, because it should not be just a one-way street where you give all the ideas and or try to come up with new things. It's also very important that there's just this good collaboration and knowledge sharing in the team, but also outside of the team, and we have meetings or brainstormings. I think this is the most important part, where the people I want to work with.
Yeah. And your team is in Zurich, everyone, or do you have people from across the globe? also remotely, or everyone works there?
We have most of the team members from the design team are here.
Mm-hmm.
We have currently also, or he already moved now into another team, our front-end developer. He was working remotely.
Uh-huh.
But this is actually, we're searching currently for a new front-end developer for the design team who can just continue on the task for the website. I think these are already like big shoes to fill.
Uh-huh. Nice.
But we're having
sorry, is there the offer? It's like you are like finding, like try to find now a front end developer, or
yeah. Currently there is, but we already have. I mean, we started. I think it was 2 weeks ago with putting the offer out on LinkedIn, and we just had to stop currently for new
new applications.
new applications because there were so many coming in.
That's cool.
And yeah, and I already also had some interviews.
Nice.
So maybe we're opening up again for new applications when we see we want to continue. But just to come back to your question, it's more about most of the people are here in Zurich, and I think this is also an important part, that you all be at on the same in the same room, where you can just go to one's desk and ask a question, or just to brainstorm about an idea, or just to share something. I think this is also a very, very good opportunity to just have the team spirit, and to maybe spark also some more creativity.
Yeah, and have like a contagious effect, right? Like contagious the other one in the talent thing. Yeah, I'm agree as well, and more in your field, definitely. And for you, what has been or will be the best Maurice contribution to the internet computer ecosystem? Something like you feel so proud about. Okay, I think I put my stamp here, and my team, we did an amazing job, and it's recognized, and I feel so proud about of.
I mean, I wouldn't say that I just be for myself that it's that I contributed to the internet computer, just that it's get it more recognized and has more visibility. But I think just also when I come back to when I started at Dfinity, and where I decided also that I wanted to move back into a company to work full time. I also had a vision in mind for the internet computer, just from a visual perspective. That my goal was, and still is, to create a strong branding for the internet computer. And what I learned over the time is that it's not just about Dfinity is creating all of these aspects of this branding. It's a Web3 space, so this means it's all about the community, and this is what we're start working now, is that we also want to really work more with the community. We have a few ideas how we can approach this, just to get more inspiration also from the ICP hubs, from the community itself, who are maybe just token holders or other developers who are building dApps in the ecosystem, just to gather all these different kind of aspects, and to create kind of a new branding, a more stronger branding than it was at the beginning. And I mean, we already started with a slight update on the Internet Computer logo.
Yeah.
What some of the people already saw on the website.
Yeah. I have to update my, sorry,
Yeah,
the
I saw,
background.
I saw it at the beginning, but it's still valid. I mean, it's very fresh, the update, and this is also something where we had this in mind, that it's I think it takes also a little bit time until this new logo is implemented. But the main focus for this was more to create a better visibility and also at events or online, and for the different marketing materials we're creating, that it has a more modern and more visible approach.
Yeah, and that's true, because the maybe other blockchains have another things like positive, right? But internet computer, for sure, the technology is the core, but the community is so strong. Community now is growing a lot, but before maybe the community compared with other layer ones or layer twos are like smaller, but the commitment and in general the the perspective and the approach of the community, of the internet community, is really, really good. In general, of course, always we have exceptions, but I think, yeah, the ICP community is so supportive and also like talented, right? And we can have a lot of different ideas and get different visions from the community, of course, and also for the hubs. But this is something like I think we need to feel like proud about the community that we have and all the support. And for sure, every day and each day is like more and more and more community, more DJs, more people that are interested for the internet computer. And yeah, that's I'm totally agree.
Yeah, I mean, that's so crazy. Also, when I started in the Web3 space, and also get to know some different dApps in the ecosystem, how they evolved in these 2 years already. When they started with their project, where this was just a starting point, and where they are now. Also, like most of the projects I follow, this crazy where they this is kind of a journey for the foundation for contributing to the internet computer, but also seeing in parallel how the ecosystem is like growing and improving in a lot of ways.
Yeah, they are evolve really, really fast. You mentioned before, it's like, oh, for me it's like 10 years, right? And it's like maybe happened like 2 years, but it's long journey, or at least I think it's like long journey, similar to the ecosystem, right? When we saw like projects from launch in 2022 or 2021, and now like beginning 2024, we have a lot of evolution. Maybe they change even the name, the logos, the UX, UI, the interaction, the community, and yeah, that's true. That's true. It's evolving so fast, and it's also positive, of course. And in general, yeah, if you saw like the first projects on ICP, like social medias, like OpenChat, Discover, and I don't know, like Hot or Not, Finterest, that now is not Finterest, the Founded, right? The crowdfunding platform, or yeah, there are a lot of projects. I don't want to like just to mention one or two, Coptopia, or like Yumi, Origin. And you see like every project is evolving and have their own brand. And this is so important, right? Now, when you see just like a logo, you recognize the branding, you recognize, the project. This is the good thing, right? When we see like the typical picture of Web2 with all the applications, and then Web3, now even you don't need to put the names, just put the logos, like similar,
Yeah.
yeah, and then you can recognize exactly the logos Web2, of course, right? The big ones, the social media and everything you recognize. But now you can recognize also the Web3 logos that we have on the internet computer. And this is good, right? In the side of the design is, for sure, when you just recognize one image without the names, without anything, is symptom that you are doing a good job as well. And
this is the best, because it's all about simplicity. And when you have that strong of a branding that you just see a symbol and you already know what it is, this is like the best thing what could happen for a brand.
Yeah, nice. And then, in Definity, we have a lot of like-minded people, of course. We are talking about the superstars in the ecosystem, a lot of cryptographers, data engineers, data scientists, engineers, top-notch people, of course. Normally, when I interview someone from the Definity Foundation, I always ask this question. And I always have different answers, of course. But in your opinion, who is the person that you feel, like personally respect and admire for their hard work, way of being, personality, someone like inspire you in your daily basis? Could be one employee from your team. I don't know, like anyone, but you have any name, someone like you can stand out?
It's this is a very good question.
It's a tricky question as well.
It's very tricky. Also, not to highlight one person.
When I interview Emilio or Diego Prats or Dieter, like, I know it's a tricky question, but always you have someone like, okay, this guy, or maybe like someone like you have a good relation, it's like a big friend, or someone like you want to mention.
I mean, just for my daily work, it was so important for me, and I also think about this a lot, because I'm always thinking back to a few years back where I was at a total different stage of my creativity and also the work I was doing. And I was very lucky to also had a very good creative directrice who also helped me to spark more creativity, and or just asking also a lot of questions in different aspects. And this is where it's just also about to create new things. I think there you just have to have an open mind, and you're just open to every aspect what is coming to you. So this is there I have my former creative directrice from the agency, and also she's a very good friend of mine, my best friend, apart from my partner, and she helped me a lot in guiding me through how to spark more creativity. So this is very, very special to me.
Nice. Yeah. Who is her name? You can share her name?
She's also here from she's also living here in Zurich. She's called Maria.
Maria, okay.
Yeah, and she also has now her own agency in Zurich. Her second agency already.
Nice.
But we started both in another agency where I got to know her and work together, and it was also quite a journey since then, because I also had her in my during my freelance time. I had also a lot of projects from her to work with different clients. So this was also an aspect in my life where I felt really lucky also to have all sorts of different people who just supporting me in my work and my daily life. This is also where I'm feeling very lucky every day, also from my partner, that she's supporting me in every aspect. I mean, I think I couldn't do it without her. That she is pushing me also and challenging me to make the work at Dfinity.
Nice. Yeah. Thank you for sharing. Yeah. Always have like a mentor or a partner or someone like support you and push you out of the boundaries and go more and move forward. Yeah, it's so inspirational. Yeah. Thanks for sharing. And yeah, that's all. Normally, yeah, we finish with one funny question more related with the ecosystem to see your knowledge and not your knowledge, but know more about the ecosystem as well, right? Yeah, my first question here is which the application on the internet computer you use more frequently in a daily basis or weekly basis? These are, like typical application that you use so frequently.
Yeah. I mean, what was there the whole time throughout my journey was always always open chat, and how they also evolved with going into an SNS DAO as one of the first SNS DAOs what we have on the internet computer, and how they at what stage they are currently. This is also that there were a lot of things happening in those 2 years. So this is one application I most frequently using, because we are also internally at Dfinity Foundation also use it for communication, where we have group channels. But there I also can just join also the ICP community channels to know what is going on there. But also just to know what is with the token prices of the SNS DAOs on the internet computer. I use also ICDEX to look at. Yeah, but just in terms of branding, I love what Sonic is doing recently with their branding, and also evolving in their better usability of their app.
Yeah, nice.
This is really great to see.
Yeah, nice. You mentioned Sonic as well. Now they are doing an amazing job, definitely.
Yeah.
And do you have any forecast for you, like the next killer app or a project that you especially like? You mentioned open chat, Sonic as well, but any project like maybe like startup that they don't have like enough traction, but you see, oh wow, this idea I like it, or they have a lot of potential. You have something in your mind?
Yeah, I mean I also follow Tracks a lot.
Tracks, yeah.
The music app. They also recently went into an SNS DAO. This is also great from a perspective of an artist, just to directly be involved with the community. I think this has also a lot of potential for also new artists who creating music, or maybe also they're having a podcast at certain points. So there will be also a lot of opportunities just to directly monetize their content for themselves without that they're even centralized entities in between of them. So I think there are a lot of dApps in the ecosystem who be potentially the next killer dApp. But it's I think it's just all about to create a good usability for users, and that we what I'm also often think about is what is the real aspects of the Web3. What kind of dApp is really taking advantage of all the aspects of being on a blockchain, having a tokenized dApp, and but in the end, it's, in my opinion, it's all about the user experience. What are you bringing with your dApp to the end user? Because it's maybe at the end, it's not very important that the user knows that it's on the blockchain, but it's that it's just a dApp which people love to use on a regular basis. And this is also not just to have a usable app, but also that it brings joy and fun to the dApp. So this is, I think, a very important aspect, in my opinion, to make the next killer dApp.
True. No, user experience, of course. As you mentioned, people, they don't mind, right? If it's a blockchain, Web3, Web2, if it's in internet computer, AWS. Some people, yes, but in general, to have the global adoption and be mainstream, I think to have the killer dApp, the user experience is the most important thing, and it's something like Web3 needs to improve in general. It's like pretty new technology, but yeah, to have the adoption and convert and change the Web2 to Web3, I think like the user experience is super important. Totally agree.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, Maurice Messenger, thank you so much for your time. It has been a pleasure talk with you and know more about you, about your path, about also your journey in the foundation. Yeah, the creative director at the Definity Foundation. Do you have any last thought for the community? Maybe last thought for designers, for creatives, for people that are in your field? Any tip, any recommendation?
First of all, thank you as well, Javier, that you invited me to your podcast. It was a real pleasure talking to you.
Thank you.
And what can I say for I think it's all about I just heard once also a recent post from also from a philosopher and a book author, that it's very important when you create something, that it's not you not just create something for someone else, but the first thing should be something that you create things for your own, because you deeply care about things, what you create for your own, and then at a certain stage, this would be the best part, if when you created something and also other people like what you're doing, and they just starting following you. So I think this is also something what I just learned recently, and I think this is he really took the essence of how things should be created. That it's that you really deeply care about something, and then in the end, hopefully, also people adapt it and use it and following. So this is also something what I want to take into account, and what is very important.
Fantastic last thought and tip. Yeah. Thank you so much, Maurice, again. Yeah, I hope you the best for this 2024. Still doing your amazing job that you are doing, you and your team, in the creative side of the internet computer, Definity. Yeah,
You as
let's,
well.
yeah.
You as well, Javier, in your ICP hub. I think you're doing great work,
Mhm.
as well as other ICP hubs. So
Yeah,
I'm really excited to see what 2024 is bringing us.
yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's go. Thank
Yeah.
you, Maurice. Yeah, take care. See
Totally.
you soon.
Yeah.
Bye bye.
Take care,
Take care.
Javier.
Bye.
Bye.